Hey, Composing Gloves here, and today we are starting the approach to beat writing, or an approach to beat writing. We're going to be looking at ways to make beats, different methods and constructs. We're going to be breaking them down into the major elements that make up a beat. And so in this series, the goal is for you, the student, to be able to use a variety of methods to overcome compositional and production problems, as well as be creatively inspired. I don't believe that creativity or that composition should only happen when you're in the mood. Like, oh, I feel like being inspired right now, or I feel inspired right now, so I'm going to go and write some music. That's going to be, you're not going to write that much music if you go about it that way. So there are techniques that people use to help get themselves into the compositional zone. And we're going to be looking at this. We're going to be looking at beats, taking them apart, and really just giving you a comprehensive understanding of ways to compose. That's all they are. They're just techniques, things that have worked. Along this, I'm also going to be issuing challenges. So I've had people, you start a YouTube series and then they just blaze through just a whole bunch of videos. Like you just binge watch them. And that's great. I used to do that. But one thing that I do to stop myself is I create challenges for myself to slow me down, because I don't learn. I don't really remember anything when I do stuff like that. So I need to slow down and apply my knowledge bit by bit. So I'm going to be issuing challenges at the ends of these videos so that you won't go too fast. That's basically the goal. I want you to learn and grow and have a organic relationship with the information you are receiving. I don't want you to just have like 1,000 gallons of information thrown at you and then you retain maybe 1 cup. Like, that's just not worth it. So I found this particularly useful when I was learning Reactor, because that's a lot of information. So I'm going to be issuing challenges. I'm also going to recommend that you look at all the series in my playlist. Look down below for the series in the description. In there, I'll have all the ones that I think you should at least know about and have some familiarity with those topics. Ones that I do consider that you should just know. You should know your way around FL or your DAW of choice. I'll probably be using different DAWs occasionally. It won't happen too often, but I'll probably open up a couple other programs just to show you different options. Like, I've got Machine, I've got Acid Studios, I've got Studio One. So I have some different things that we could run with. Ableton. Another thing is I expect you to know that. And then the big one, Sound and Synth Basics. You got to know at least the basics. So that series will take you through all the really beginner stuff. And if you've never made a beat before, check out my How to Make Your First Song in FL12. So that's that. My first challenge to you, I know this is just the expectations video, so I'm just laying down sort of what you should expect. The first challenge for you is just to make a beat, make a composition, make something that you can use as a starting point. That way, when you progress through the series, you'll be able to look back at where you were and where you are now and be able to see the progress that you've made. It's really important to have some sort of a beginning reference point. This will show you that you are growing. Sometimes you can get stuck. You might not know quite what to do, and so it can be difficult to move on. But when you look back at your first creation and then you look at your more recent ones, it can be super inspiring to move forward. So that's the first challenge right now, is just before you even go on to the next video, make a beat. Make it like 1 minute long, 2 minutes long, nothing too crazy, just one beat. And use that as a reference point for how you're going to progress later on. So if you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe and have a blessed day.